Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's stream. Hope y'all doing well. Yet another week done. August is fast approaching its close, and with it, we are getting into the last third of the year. School has started for my yahoos, and yeah, life is moving along. As per the usual, I'll drop that Extra Life and Discord link in there. And that was the wrong buttons to do that, but that's okay. I'll bring us on over to Arena anyways. So yeah, I've been playing. I found a build for a rabbit deck. I had enough wild cards to make it, and that's what I've been doing. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of it. Sadly, I had to retire my previous green-white deck because the seasonal rotation, or I don't know if seasonal is the right word, but rotation happened, and Kamigawa has rotated out of standard, which was absolutely nearly 50% of the deck, because it was an enchantment deck, and Kamigawa had a lot of enchantments. There's also a little bit of Innistrad in there. So now we are playing. There we go. I've been trying to change that for a while. We are playing Selesnya Rabbits. This is kind of a green-white, go wide, but also bulk up style of deck. So we've got 12 cheap creatures to get us like on the field and building up. The Seasoned Warren Garden, which is a 1/2 that if you have a token, it'll get +2/+0 when it attacks, and it is a rabbit. We've got some rabbit buffing things in here. We've got a Paw Patch Recruit, which is a great turn 1 start as a 2/1 trample, but also if you drop it turn 3 or later, you can do Offspring, which gives you a 2/1 and a 1/1. Both with the ability of whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than that creature. And since most of the target things are destroy or kill or exile or what have you, that's fine. Doesn't need to be on that creature. And then finally, we got our dear old Froggy here joining the rabbits. The Valley Mightcaller. It's a 1/1 for 1. With trample, and whenever another frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel enters, you get a +1/+1 counter on it. Which, you know, I've got a lot of rabbits, and I've got things that put out 3 rabbits at a time, for example. So, you know, not bad. I feel like I need another season of the Burrow. Maybe drop a Knight Errant and put in another season of the Burrow. I don't know. My removal is pretty weak. I basically have to have that season of the Burrow. Anyways, so yeah, that gets big and beefy. Then we got Valley Quest Caller that buffs all rabbits, bats, birds, and mice. And whenever another one of those comes into play, you get Scry. It's a solid 2/3 for 2. Burrow God Mentor is green and a white with trample and power and toughness equal to number of creatures you control, which my bunnies do be multiplying, so he gets big. Then we've got Vigilant Reach, that when it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter for each other creature you control that's a token or rabbit. They don't even need to attack, so it's pretty good. And then if creatures you control have total power 10 or greater, draw a card, which I haven't gotten to do that yet, but you know, it's pretty good. And then, yeah, the Hop to it that gives you 3/1 white rabbit creatures for 3. Sanguine Evangelist is nice. It's 3 mana for a 2/1 vampire cleric. That also gives you a bat, which, you know, we saw it gets buffed. And when it dies, it gives you a bat. So it's 3 mana for 3 creatures, basically. Warren War Leader is nice. 4 mana for a 4/4. That whenever you attack, and it doesn't have to be the Warren War Leader, it's just when you attack, you get to either make a rabbit that's tapped and attacking, or attacking creatures get +1/+1. And if you've got 6 mana, if you get this late game, and you haven't been mana screwed, you can have a token. And I love that has the same abilities, but I love how the token isn't even cute, a baby rabbit, because it's an offspring. Like, it's just so cute. Now, I like how the Owl Patch Recruit is not as cute, but still. And then we've got Knight Errant Arrows, which is a solid 4/4 that you can convoke in, and it gets you more creatures in your hand. Season of the Burrows are removal, or maybe more token making, depending what we need. It's our most expensive at 5, although the Warmore Leader can be 6 if you do off-screen. And then we've got some lands. Lupin Flower Village is an interesting one. It's 1 and a white to sack it. I look at the top 6, and I can reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit, and put them in my hand. So that's useful if you need some card draw, but can only be the white mana it makes can only be used for creatures. Oak Hollow Village is similar in that its green can only be on creatures, but it also has the ability of green tap, put a 1/1 counter on each frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel that entered this turn that you control. So yeah, I've got some cheap stuff. Sometimes that can really make things big. And then of course just some Cavern of Souls for, you know, any color mana for creatures and making them uncounterable for a particular creature type. Razorverge Thicket for green or white. Brushland for green or white. And a couple of forests and some plains. So it's a pretty solid low curve deck. It's been doing me alright. I think I've got a 50-50 win rate on it, I think. It's gotten me up to bronze tier 2 so far. So, yeah. Let's take it for a spin. I mean, it's a good deck to learn when to go all in and when to hold off. Because going all in can sometimes be pretty useful, but holding off can sometimes let you build up better. It's alright. We have a low enough curve that 2 mana is alright. And we've got 3 cards that we can play, so we're going to keep that. And we're going to start with the Forest and the Valley Mine Caller. Then it's going to be the Phineas Ace Archer. Hopefully by that point we'll have a land, so we can get out. Ooh, Toxic deck. I don't. Let's see if we can get it to block. Yeah, didn't really think it would. I think we're gonna go like a hop to it route, so we can get some nice big and beef, because we gotta kill them quick. And that's a good way to do it. And I don't think he's gonna be targeting me. Well, I mean, he might. No, this is the overall better play, I think. Because this is going to get 3+1/+1s, and then I'm going to attack, and that's going to get 3+1/+1s. Now we see what he's going to do with that 1 mana. Give me some poison counters. Wait. I misread how that would work. I still think that's a solid play, but I definitely misread how that card worked. Oops. Like I said, I still think that is a very solid play. Green-white Toxic. I've tried that before. It didn't work well for me, unfortunately. Yeah, it's up to 5 poison counters. I mean, it's... first strike, Toxic 1. No blocks. If I don't block, I think I have him dead. Because once I do that, everything gets buffed. I think he is dead. I do not see a way that he wins this, because even if he blocks the big one, it's got trample. He still takes 5. Yep. So despite the fact that I goofed on how that Vigilance Reach creature worked, it still worked in my favor. It was still the right play, just for a slightly different reason than I thought it was. 3 bowls of porridge. Eat, I guess. So yeah, that's basically how the deck plays. You're just trying to go wide, but also go tall. Like we're both looking for lots of creatures and big creatures. A nice mix of the green and white. White weenies, green beaters. I don't know. I don't know what other jargon I can fit in there. I mean, it's not ideal, but I can make it work. And we might draw something tasty on the top. Like that. That's better. Well, that's annoying. Probably take one of the War leaders, I imagine. No, he might take my Paw Patch because it's cheap and early out. I don't know. To hop to it, you know, it was possible, but I wasn't sure he was going to go that route. I don't know how I feel about it. He's got lifelink. There's really no reason for me not to. If he for some reason blocked it to get my card back. But there's no way he was going to block it, so you know, I get to try and keep the life gain in check. Let's see. Alright, so now do the Sanguine Evangelist for now. So he's got a 3/2. I would also have a 3/2. It's just gonna come back. I'm gonna go no attacks for the moment. Alright, that's a problem. Yes, we want the land. Need the land. Alright. So that's gonna get big enough to kill Sheoldred. No, it's not. So we're gonna do that. Like this is rough. But I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I knew giving him that back for that wasn't great, but I needed the back. Ow. Bollocks. Yeah, I don't... Oh, I didn't think about that. Dang it. And that's first strike, so it killed them. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one. I think he has it in the bag. Pretty handily, unfortunately. Had that been an untapped, I might have, but I forgot that wasn't. Maybe I should have chucked it to the bottom. What can you do, though? I did the best what I had. Alright, well, we'll toss another one down, and we'll put that out. Maybe I'll get another land, I can do that for the thing. Can't stop me from scrying, whatever it is you have. Gosh dang it. Alright, yeah, that... I think that pretty much sinks me, unfortunately. I need another land. Like, my only hope is keeping his life gain in check. He absolutely will not attack with that if I leave these to block, so I'm not going to get my thing back. I mean, I'm pretty much hosed. I thought he didn't have any cards.
The
Well,
reign
that
of
stinks.
Lex is over.
Seriously, that is just rude. Sadly, there is no way that I win this. So I will go all out. I mean, we fought our fight. I let them have their win. We fought our fight. If that hadn't happened, I think we could have had it. But, I mean, if a lot of things hadn't happened, I think we could have had it. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. That's the way it works. And if you get salty about it, you're just gonna have a bad time. I'll keep it, but this is an iffy hand. I need white. I'm gonna play the long game since he doesn't have anything out yet. Maybe that's a good call, maybe that's a bad call. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to try this, and if this one gets countered, next time we'll try the other one. I'm expecting a counter. He has gone 2 turns and left blue mana up each. Okay, that's weird and concerning. But I'm gonna attack. Flashes out something? That's the part of the problem with not knowing the cards well enough. I don't know what he could do there. Huh. What sort of hand did this person keep that they're not doing anything? Countering, playing spells, anything? I'm not gonna play it. I feel like I want to keep it in reserve. Like, I know it would get me another 2 damage, but I feel like there's a trap. Huh? Okay. I guess I could have. Counter it this time? He is not. I need something white. Okay, here we go. He has played. Okay. Okay, that's reasonably spicy. If I get a white, I'm in a good spot. Yes, okay. So, I can't use it for the hop to it, but I can use it for other things. And then 1, 2, 3. Is it worth it? Yeah. And we'll leave. Our buddy, the Might Caller, up. Doesn't have any mana open, but he could have the Evoke card, I guess? I don't know if that's in this. Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones. Maybe he just had a bad hand. Maybe he was banking on the late game stuff. We have a pack to open. Let's open a pack. Got ourselves another uncommon. Really needed more rares for the next time we want to build a deck. Picked up the Honor Wizard, Stormcatch Mentor, a Dire Sight, Surveil 2, draw 2, lose 2. Ooh, Squirrel Warlock, Corpse-Ray Cultivator. 1 and 2 Golgari. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, you may forage. Whenever you forage, put a +1/+1 counter. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. Ooh, that'd be neat. Green-black food deck with that. Bird Knight. Bat Lizard. Dive duo, so it's literally a bat and a lizard. When each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. That'd be good for like big games of Commander. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. And a Mind Drill Assailant. A Rat Warlock. On the 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it gets +3/+0 and has Surveilled 1. That's not great. Anyways, oh, we got a Mythic Wild card. I like, that's nice, but what I really need is rare wild cards, honestly, if I want to make a new deck. Oh, I clicked on the get packs. That's not what I meant to do. I'm not spending money on this right now. It's a Friday night. I could stay up later playing if I wanted to, but I don't know. The reason I did Magic instead of Destiny or Fallout was I was tired and I didn't really have a lot in me. So let's see, Might Caller, Beauregard, or Might Caller, Season 1, Beauregard. Okay, it's keepable. It's not the best, but it's keepable. See what we pick up in the draw. It's probably a black deck, Phyrexian. My Might Caller's probably about to go bye-bye. Oh, no. Not yet. Alright, so we didn't pick up anything super good, so... I think... do that one for now. The slightly spicier cards in hand. Ooh, Old Plains. Urzas. Spectre's Fall, alright. Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how to feel about that. I kind of wish I had played the other one. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Alright. I gotta do it this way because I need to get a land. I need to be able to scry. He might get rid of it, and if he does, then what can I do? I don't have the ability to see his hand, but me being able to scry is worth the risk. Unfortunately, there it is. It was always a possibility, but I had to risk it. I went that route, though, instead of the Paw Patch, on the off chance I get a third land, so I get 2 of these. Even though having it out there when he's probably going to target something would have been nice. Oh my. Alright. Let's see what kill spell he has. Maybe another Cutthroat or another... I could have another Lay Down Arms. You might run a full 4. Let's see what he does. Like, the problem is, I've been mana screwed. And he has 2, but he's removing my stuff? Yeah, that figures. Ah, there it is. There's the problem. We knew it was coming.
This is our fight to win.
Alright, so right call is this, so that gets bigger so I can attack. Yeah. Need to kill that, if at all possible. It's gonna die either way. Yeah, he made the right call there. Thing lives with 1.
Next time,
Biggest make another soldier.
fight together!
100% dead the next time. If I still have the board that I have. We don't know what he's got some sort of kill spell, I'm sure. Maybe not. If he had to do that, then he is digging for some sort of solution. Unfortunately, he's still got 3 mana to work with, so... Okay. What's the right call here? That'll make that guy bigger. I could do that to get stuff in hand. Here, we'll do that one. And then... yeah. Go that route. I don't have a lot of mana to work with. So we're doing that, because I want to make sure that dies. And that to the dome. He's got 3 mana to play with. What's he got in hand? I mean, I'm sure he has something. Huh. I really would have thought he'd have something. Like, he's still got 5 cards now for him. Okay, that's unfortunate, but not exactly unexpected. So we're gonna... Oh, I can't play both of them. Hey, Luth. Well, it was still nice to, you know, have you say hi. Hello, and good night. I have another Knight Errant. Try for something else. Sleep well. We'll have to talk about your trip to Scotland at some point. All the fun things you did that I wish I could do. My biggest frustration is that he's now got that 6/6 he can make. Yep. Matter of fact, I've got this big honking bruise on my arm that I have no idea what it came from. No idea. Talk about annoying. Do that because he already knows I have it. I don't want to do that, but you know. I'm familiar with the concept. Jeez. When you hurt yourself, you really do hurt yourself. What'll be fun is if he has another Sunfall. Yep, you have a good one. Well, he's digging for some sort of solution. Like, I've got him dead on board as is until he pops that creature. And then I've got him close to dead on board. How much does that cost too? So he's got the mana open for it. He has 5. Oh, there's... It's weird that he's doing that now. Yeah, I still haven't made that lurk command. Remind me next time. I'm not gonna think of it tonight, I don't think. Oh, that was at the end of his turn. For some reason, I thought it was my... at the end of my turn, for some reason, I thought it was my... Point being, he in fact did that very smartly, and, bummer. I think I feel a sunfall coming on 2 white specifically. Oh no. This is a bad superior treasure more lands than you. Gained for life who has more life than you. Ugh. That's really all I can say to that. I would not mind drawing my exile card. But I did not. Alright. The question is, what's the better play? Gonna do that. I think that's a solid one. We're gonna leave that on top. So he might draw a card, make, yeah, net profit for him. No reason not to. He ditched attracts. Jeez. He could have. I see what he did there. Well, that was a fun game. I do not see a way to win now. Well, no, I see one way. But it's not on the top of my deck at the moment. Yeah, no, we're piecing out of that. I try not to just bail before they have their fun, but that had been going on long enough, and we were definitely dead. With what they had in hand and on the field, we were dead. Oh well. I might try and go until I get silver. That might be a reasonable goal for the evening. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Japanese player or Chinese player or something. It's not the best, but I'll take it. As much as I want that out, having that out so I can start getting bigger is even better. Plus, if I get a land, let's see what they do now. They've got 2 mana open. Their options are pretty. I am okay with them getting that guy. There's probably plenty more where that came from, unfortunately. Let's try to get one of these out, shall we? Is this going to be the counter? No, it's going to be another overthrow. Yeah. I mean, bait as many of those out as I can. See what he does now. Is it another go for the throw? Is it the third go for the throw? Could do something like Sheoldred's Edict. Ah, let's go for the throw on my quest caller. Fine. Play another quest caller. Yeah, I mean, he was dead on board if he didn't really have anything worth playing. And this card is Raucous Entertainer. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Alright. So this might be our last game of the night if we win. I think that takes us to silver. At least no more Wandering Emperors. Pretty sure that was from Kamigawa. Alright, this is doable, potentially. I'm gonna try it. I need another color. If I don't get the other color, I'm hosed. Hey look, they have my color. I'm just wiping out my creature right now. Yep. Alright, well, in that case, let's get you out so I can start getting some scrying going on. Yeah, unless they do that. It was always a possibility. Alright, that way we don't have to use the same with you. I'm willing to take that hit since he's giving me extra life. Yeah. Let's try to bait something out of him with a card that I'm not too chuffed if it dies. And no such luck. I know there's something that gives like +1/+1 invincibility. Could make a fish. Draw a card. You could do a couple of different things. Or he can do that. So I have tokens. If I attack with that, they will all get bigger. And it will definitely die. So let's hold off on that just yet. So now he's rummaging around. Really? That stinks. I still have that eternal wonder.
Try to best me
Dang it.
if you can. Kneel before the Emperor of Kamigawa.
Oh, this stinks.
I'll handle
There's
this.
nothing I could do to stop that. He's probably gonna +1 to exile it, but what else can I do? Or does that?
Thank you for your help.
I mean, when they shut down absolutely everything you can do, it does get a little frustrating. I mean, then it's hard not to be a little salty. Much as I know I shouldn't be. Alright. We can, however, attempt to kill that. Is it a good chance that it... No, double strike. Never mind. Just kill it with that. I'm not just gonna throw away my only decent card. That's I don't know if keeping this actually gonna do me any good, but throwing it away is dumb. So I'm sure he has a solution for my 7/6 now, because... well, the solution is that he has enough creatures to block it and kill it, just outright. I don't have it in me to try. I'm not going to say there was no way for me to come back from that, but... the next go around, he was going to exile that and would come back with that as counters. So it'd be teensy again. And... yeah, it's just very unlikely. Considering we're still down in the ranks where a loss doesn't even ding ya, it just really wasn't worth trying. I mean... risky, yes, but we've done risky before. Although if this is mono red, I don't think we'll be fast enough is the problem, unfortunately. No? Red white mouse? Or maybe just red mouse. Nope. I'll use it. But in return, I get to ding him as well. Another land, ideally green, is really what we need to pop off. There's the white. I'll play a one red. Yeah, monstrous rage. There it is. There it is. Can't do the mon at Ruckus though. No, I ain't blocking. There's the green. But you know what? I'll hide it for now. Got the green. I'm gonna be able to play both of those next turn. If I wanted to. That'd be decent. Have to be alive for it though. He's not got a lot of mana. And he hasn't played a mana yet, so wondering if he's mana screwed. I mean, doesn't really mean too much if he is. That's buffing them. That exiles, I think. To knock him down a little bit at least. I've got an 8/8, so I should be able to chump most. Ah, he did get a land. I don't think that's really going to do much. The extra land to be able to cast things is going to do a lot, but I don't think the ability is going to do much. Not with what he has out right now. Oh, I guess he could use the ability to target one of them to trigger the stuff. Get more bodies on the field. Wise call. That is a wise call. Is it enough for you? I don't know. More bodies on the field for me is also, I think. I screwed up. So... if he doesn't block that, he goes to 6. He's got 3 things. If he blocks my biggest, he's dead. I think I have him, actually. And he just figured it out, too. We both just figured it out at the same time. And there's silver. Alright, and that brings us to an hour, which is, you know, my usual preferred cutoff time. I mean, not that I like to end it an hour, but I don't like to end it under an hour if I can help it. So I guess we can go do a mastery thing, I suppose. Jump in token. I don't know what that means necessarily. I need two. Oh, so it's no longer a thing. It's just pick what you want. Well, I definitely want the sleeves more than anything. Playset, legal, historic. Ooh, I do like the idea of getting a card style of something I'm using. And I love card styles for lands. Okay, we're gonna take the card style for the land. I understand why the store popped up as, hey, a thing. We are going to go to the deck. And we are going to... Yeah, there we go. Sexy. Love it. Let's go back to the... Mastery. Does that mean the white land is in there too? Yes, it is. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. I want 14 if I want it all. So let's see. I would absolutely have to pick up the mastery track. If I wanted it. I've got the gems for it, and I really do. Yeah, alright, I really do want those things. Plus 10 levels. I don't know that I have enough. Am I up to buying little gems? I could buy a little bit of gems. I know that's the best deal. But that's 1,500, so that's 100 more. And that's 200 more than that. I'm willing to spend $5. I'm not willing to spend more than that right now. I'll do this. I'll get the mastery in the 10 levels, and I'll see how well we stick with playing arena. But we are going to not let you guys see that. No, you don't get to see that. Okay. Now, we'll unlock the mastery. So we got the duelist, the card back, the otter card back also is pretty nice. And a jump in, and a draft, and some things from the levels that it gave us. Yigra, eater of all. See, green-black food deck. Definitely an intriguing idea. We got 7. So that's pretty solid. Another style that I want. What can I say? Card styles is my weakness, which is dumb, but it is. Alright, so let's get that one. And we get that one. And let's see here. That one. That one. Hold on. Okay, just making sure that it didn't still show once you'd already gotten it. I think one time it did do that for some reason. And we'll get one of the sleeves, which I suppose be Elspeth. I don't think I'll actually use it right now, but I don't understand why the store shows up. So let's open some packs. Might as well, we've got time. I like just taking a look and seeing. Squirrel Orlock. Elemental Boar. Frog Wizard. A common wild card, which I actually have less of than uncommon, so it can potentially be useful. Squirrel Warrior, Lizard Otter pair, and Gev, Scaled Scorch. Rare wild card, always good. Another Eater of All, so if I make a deck that has them. Ruthless Negotiation. Hop to it. Don't need that now. Uncharted Haven. Okay. Fabled Passage. Oh, it's a good one. I'd have that index in real life. Although not the Bloomburrow version. Byway Barterer. I already have one of those. Another uncommon. Very good. Mistbreath Elder. Frog Warrior. Cash Crab, Wolverine, that Swordmaster, we dealt with that in the last game, and Jackdaw Savior. Professor said that unfortunately never really worked well for him, but it's certainly a neat card. Profiteering Mare. Ooh, and a Skullcrack. Alright. I haven't got one of these, I don't think. They should all be good. Oh, well, I lied. I guess I have. Undergrowth Recon. Gain your upkeep, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tab. Oh! That honestly wouldn't be awful in my Landfall Commander deck. I'd have to see if that would work well. Sovereign Okanik Ahahu. That is neat. And Wilds of Eldraine is probably not going to give me anything new. Oh, no, we picked up a bonus sheet. I don't know if I had that or not. Like, I don't know if that means I'd not gotten it before or it's a bonus sheet. Alright. So if I get one more level, I'll get another booster, that card style I really want, and another orb. Alright. I guess let's apply our styles and we'll play a little longer. I've got a lot of styles now. I love it. Alright. So the question is, I need 750 XP. That would be 3 wins. Or a win and this, which could very well go together. So, alright. Alright. Oh. I wonder. Like, what if I turned my stream into what I called it the daily stream? And we cycled through several games throughout the stream. Like, we do our daily quest in Magic, then we do our daily bounties, or what have you, in Destiny, and our daily quests in Fallout, maybe daily something in Final Fantasy. Obviously you can't do everything, there's only so much time. But I wonder if that might be a stream idea that people would cotton on to. Worth a try. This match, on the other hand, seems like maybe not worth a try. Not entirely sure what's going on. Problem is if it doesn't ever start, I don't think I get the win. I think it's just a draw, which does not help. But of course I also don't kill any other creatures, so that also does not help. So far, nothing. Oh, here we go. I mean, I can try this. It's not the best hand, but it's not impossible. Green-red, huh? Up the beanstalk. Wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that. So, Naya, or green-white. I would have rather a land, but honestly, let's see what he makes of this. I'm expecting a ley line at some point. Herd migration, alright. I'd forgotten about this deck. Can I kill it before it pops off is the question. The answer is I don't know. If I get another land, maybe. If I don't, probably not. Maybe I should have put out the thing that lets me scry, but you know. Well, nice Fabled Passage from Eldraine. Should probably start watching Magic videos again if I'm going to start playing pretty real seriously. Archangel of Wrath. Well, balls. But we did get that. So that's going to be a pretty hefty... so I'm willing to attack with all of them, actually. Like, I can't block it. He can't kill it. Alright. Unfortunately, I only killed one creature. And I needed to kill two. If I wanted to do the thing. Except it just said level up? No. We still only have the one orb. I'm not sure why that said level up. So we don't actually have to win this one. This one we can lose. If we at least kill one creature. As long as we kill one creature, then it doesn't matter win or lose. We'll get the XP we want, and we can get the stuff we want, and be done. Alright, that's a little light on creatures, but it's doable. So we are going to do that, and we are going to create Warrior. Recruit. Green-black, potentially, huh? Not like how this turns out for me. Keeper's Talent. Alright, that was a little expected. Get him out. Get that buffed. Get that going. I think that's worth going for next. Well, that's rough. You get to scry. That's not good enough. No. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that may hose me. That one creature. I'm not sure how to get around that. Oh, and that's not great either. Honestly, that might be game. Six. Alright. sucky block, but I think I have to do it. Yeah, alright, we'll take a hop to it. That's gonna come out tapped, though. And I have another land for it, so let's see what else we can get. Wait, why can't I? Because that's not a war. Oh, bollocks. I keep forgetting that that's a problem. Maybe I should always do rabbits. I don't know. I seem to get hosed the most when it's not a rabbit. That's rough, and it can now make 3 mana. Oh, hell.
A fight? And you think you can win?
No, I'm really not sure I can, actually.
Fine.
Ooh. Normally, I'm the one who chooses who lives and who dies.
Well, that stinks. All permanents? Oh, for the love. Guess it came into play with double the normal. Oh. That sucks. Nope, I screwed up. I'm too embarrassed to continue playing. I meant to sacrifice the other pile. We killed a creature, though. Good enough. Yeah, that was a really dumb mistake. I think that's a sign I should call it. Another uncommon and Iron Claw. Spend our orbs. Let's make sure that I got everything I wanted out of here for the moment. Yeah, we're not using that one. Yeah. So we'll grab the frog now. I'm out of orbs. Stupid game. And again, telling me to go to the store. Pawn profit. Yeah, none of those are ones I want. So we just look at the cosmetics. Yeah, no, I'm not using any of those. So no point in buying them. Okay, tell you what I will do. Is I will Take another look at the top standard decks. Ah, I've been forgetting to use the untapped companion. I might like to try the Rakdos lizards. Which I have almost none of. So never mind. That would require a pretty spicy 25 rares. I have 5. Selesnya Rabbits is supposed to be top tier. Rakdos Aggro is slightly above it though. But I also do not have enough for that. That would be slightly more reasonable at 14 rares and 10 uncommons, which is doable. But again, that's 9 more rares than I have. So, okay. It says it's craftable. No, it's not. Your intelligence on what I have is out of date, but that's because I'm not running the untapped thing. Okay. Anyways, folks, we're going to call it there. Thank you all, specifically Luthien, for dropping by. Tomorrow, I don't know, maybe we'll play Magic all day. Maybe I'll do Fallout. Maybe I'll do Destiny. I don't know, but I intend to do a longer stream. I intend to do a stream long enough that I have to take potty breaks. So, as always, keep your stick on the ice and mind the gap. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.